There we go. It's this one. Do you remember that picture? That's when we were in LA for Zay. Okay, I'm gonna turn the sound off so it doesn't feedback me. And then I'm going to send this to you.
Miss Paris, man.
This is the first year that we didn't go. Me and Melissa went 3 years in a row, didn't we?
Did we?
I think we went last year.
Was that the one?
Oh no, we
the
didn't.
boys?
We didn't. We went to Europe 3 years in a row.
Yes.
2 years ago we were Paris.
Went to Me and Melissa went to Paris the first year alone.
Yeah.
Then the tour time we went.
Yeah.
In the next.
Last
So we went to London 3 years in a row though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not Paris.
Yes.
Ooh.
Paris more than London. Blah, blah, blah,
I
blah.
don't want to go back to London.
I feel like it's more cool.
Much more.
The food's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
London food is.
But
Yeah, it's not.
Remember
good.
when we went? Josh got Thai food at a bar in the middle of London. I'm gonna title this for Patreon: How to Have Oral Sex with Your Whole Body.
Okay, that's fine.
I got pad thai, and they pronounce it pad thigh. So I did,
And I told him when she said that, I said,
I
Josh.
ran through the lights. I drove right through it. It'd been yellow when we got there. I knew it was red.
I told him, I
Wrong
said,
place,
Josh, you
wrong
met that
place.
woman pronounced Thai, thigh. You know it's gonna be trash. She was like, Thigh, Kev, it'll be fine.
Highway before that, but they're not in London.
It might be a cool story, but it's not gonna be delicious.
Man, that's literally.
Funnier every time.
That's
Cool
funny.
experience. There was a protest outside for against some anti-racism.
It's a lot happening right now. This hair.
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. It's like, I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas, and so with all of the things like, Botham Jean was killed here by the policewoman that.
Oh yeah.
I actually was working. I had a day job. I had a day job, and we were in the crime scene, so I couldn't go to work.
Really?
Yeah, and then when the shooting where the guy sniped all the police officers, and then Tatiana Jefferson died here.
I didn't realize she was in Texas.
Yeah, I'm in Dallas. I'm based out of Dallas, Texas.
I didn't realize she was there.
Oh yeah, no, in Fort Worth. And so it's just like all that, and then like the girl that got dragged by the police officer in her bikini, like we have all of that stuff going on.
You guys are at the center of it.
We are in the middle, and Texas is unique because we're an open carry state.
Yep.
And it's
open carrying.
Hello.
Yes. So it's a whole situation here.
This is straight how I walked out the house today. All right. Let me pull up. We have.
Let me love you down.
Hey.
I'm about to order Hawaiian food because I'm hungry.
Actually,
What is Hawaiian food? Like poke bowls and stuff?
No, we usually get chicken katsu, and it's kind of like fried chicken with some sauce or ribs,
Do they have
short ribs.
vegan options?
No, not at all.
I would think Hawaii. Well, no. Now that because Hawaii is
Mhm.
America now, and we sent them all the turkey butts.
And they it's really it's Asian Pacific culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Chevron.
What were you doing, Melissa? Okay.
Yeah, BuzzFeed said people raise millions with the Black Lives Matter Foundation, but it's not affiliated with Black Lives Matter movement.
We have Penrose, Lumen. Did you use Lumen this morning?
What's Lumen?
Who's calling me? Hello? Yes.
Dang. It's
1:30
not
to
on
3:30. Okay. No, we have not.
there. Ooh, Firehouse subs.
Okay, thank you.
Really?
hmm
Okay, bye-bye.
It's actually next door to the Hawaiian place.
Kev, I just want to say I'm so proud of you for ordering your own food because I'm the administrator at my house. And
I will go all day and not eat, so Kevin, He can't
Melissa
wait for me.
just be
And see,
licking
I will, but I'll feed them. Like I'll make sure everyone else eats. But
hungry.
like
Yeah.
even if I'm out, I'll just order it and then have it sent to the house if I'm out doing something.
Your wife goals right now.
I am partner goals.
Partner goals. I'm here for it.
Because you know, a husband, no offense, husbands they carry a different weight in a relationship, right?
They do.
But if you address them as a partner, then it has a different tone.
Oh.
I love that.
So a partner is this, right? But a husband and wife is kind of like
You hungry?
wife, husband.
Yeah.
You know, I never wanted to be a wife. That was dumb to me. So
That's dumb to me.
it was dumb. I'm a partner and a parent. I'm not a wife and mother.
Okay, what you sulking? I ain't no wife and mother. I'm a partner and a parent.
Yeah, because a parent, again, when you think of a mother, we got to do all of it, right?
Yeah.
But you know, the mom got to get up and get the kids ready for church. The daddy gets to stay home and watch the game.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, no.
But I mean, like a parent, when you think of what a mom does and what a dad does, a mom does all of this stuff. A dad does this stuff. When you think of parents do all of it.
Right.
So my husband is my partner, and we co-parent.
What kind of sound you want?
Let me see.
Melissa really be going her whole day, and she be like, "I will not take 3 more steps if I don't eat." It'd be like
I'm the same
4
way.
o'clock.
I'm the same way because you get busy.
You get busy.
My
Listen,
youngest son is the same way, and she be like, "I don't know how you don't eat," and I be like, "I don't know how you don't eat."
I mean, I'll drink, like I have water, or I'll have like something like that. And especially for me, because I don't eat meat and dairy. So if I don't eat like every 3 or 4 hours, I'm taking off earrings. Like I'm emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm feeling a whole way. And so I have you have to like eat before you go and pack your stuff, and because I can't eat everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like
you suck it.
I do. And I teach other people how too. And I have, Kim, I don't know if you know this, but I teach oral sex on the penis and oral sex on the vulva.
I
Teach
didn't know
me
that.
how to love.
I didn't know that.
Sign me up for the Gucci classes, please. Write my name.
Stop it,
on the
Joshua.
wall. I need to learn.
I mean, here's the thing. Because when people I'm proud of you for that, because people will be like, well, I don't need no help with that. Listen, I assume you know your way around the genitals before you get to me. This is not a 101 workshop.
Listen.
See what I'm saying?
I need advanced Coochie Dynamics 303 graduate studies.
Yes. Yes, a coochologist.
Oh, we finna have a good time with it. Oh yeah. Liz, come on now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do I like pastrami that much?
Pastrami is what that Katz's Deli in New York is, but you're probably gonna be sad.
That's why I don't like it. Okay, I like it in New York. I don't like it in real life.
You're not gonna like it.
You can't eat everybody pastrami.
You can't eat it. That's why I was like, do I like it? I feel like I do.
You're doing everything but clicking.
Do I like chicken ranch?
Chicken ranch is safe.
Yeah, I think
Get
so
a
too.
medium so when you don't eat it all, I can have some.
But no, Kevin, so you asked about the meat. I stopped eating dairy because I heard some stuff that I couldn't unhear.
Yeah.
And but when I'm very orally fixated, so when I stopped eating dairy, the texture of meat started to offend me. So it wasn't a health thing.
Where the dairy was coming from?
I
said because you knew that's where the dairy was coming from.
I mean, I don't know. It was just the texture, and I was just like, like it just it started to offend me, and I'm very sensitive about textures and all of that. Like, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm cool.
Can I scoot this over some?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing this.
Oh,
this croissant is amazing.
Is it? I want to taste it.
Wait, you eat it, ordering food?
No, Josh is ordering. As soon as I pay, we can get started.
No, I'm saying you eating croissant.
Yes.
And ordering food.
Yes.
Because you got to plan ahead.
Yes. Because
if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
This croissant ain't gonna. I'm gonna be done by. We're gonna be done by an hour and a half. I'm gonna be right back hungry, and then I gotta shoot another podcast around 12:30. And if I order, then it's gonna be coming at 12:30, and I'm gonna be on.
That's right. Y'all are 2 hours behind me.
Yeah. And I didn't eat breakfast, and then I got here and the breakfast was closed. It was the whole thing.
Oh.
It's amazing how you can wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and still be running late for 9.
Yes.
We just talk and stuff. It'd be crazy.
Yeah. And don't forget something, then you got to hit a U and go back.
And I actually ironed my shirt today. I'll be doing that.
You know what? My husband ironed my shirt because I don't iron.
Because you got a partner, not
Exactly. My
my
partner ironed my shirt.
The laundry room today, and every cabinet that you opened to find the steamer was open, and I was like, so I found it because every cabinet was open. Look what Aisha
Josh
said.
said no tomatoes, please.
Look what Aisha just said.
Hold on one
That's
second.
hilarious.
You just hired or confirmed. I'm having a DJ for the conference.
Oh yay!
I'm super
That's
excited. I know. I
was gonna
feel
say,
really
Kev,
great.
I actually was thinking about that. With your cutaways and your breaks. That could've
Yeah.
been-
I should have done a lot of things, Joshua.
No. I mean, I'm just.
It went
safe for
fine,
next time.
though.
It was fine.
All right. Ready? Can I
Yeah.
close this or you need it?
Joshua, do I need what?
Do you need this chat part?
No, I don't need that. You can close it.
Where's that?
The thing is, you want my thing to look like your thing.
No, I was just trying to have I was trying to see myself so I make sure I'm in the frame, but it's covered up.
Oh, well then change it because I like this to be here.
Okay, it's fine. I'm assuming I'm right. And I'll just
You're
use-
in the frame.
Yeah.
Well, we can go back and forth.
No, it's fine here. Just click that, and I'll use that.
So are you going to go back and forth? Meaning, will you keep track of the ad to go here? or
Yeah,
you
I can
just
do
want
that.
me. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you're in it.
Yeah, we'll start at 2.
I had to look that word
2
up 'cause I
minutes.
didn't know what it meant.
Okay.
Water that is.
That's fine. Thank you.
If we start at 15. You're gonna keep the time. I'll just click. For the
Actually,
ad.
Joshua will.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
It's me, Josh.
Write my name on
Okay.
the road. I've been there since the Lord has lifted me. I want to be ready when Jesus comes. Sign me up for
Oh.
the Christian Jubilee.
What's happening?
Write my name on the road.
Oh, can you
Why
do
isn't
it
it-
quickly?
I'm confused.
This is a little secret channel. That's why you're not Catherine.
I want to be ready when Jesus comes. It's not letting me.
Is it those three?
I keep clicking
Actually,
it.
then it's
Oh.
nothing. Oh, that just says recorder block.
I don't know. You don't have that option. What you need, Joshua?
I need to go to the
You can turn it towards you for a second.
Zoom preferences.
I want to be ready when Jesus comes. Sign me up, sign
Oh,
me.
wait, look, y'all.
You got that from Brittany.
Yes.
Yes, I have mine in my drawer in my bathroom.
I keep this up out the way so the 4-year-old doesn't get it. It's up on the shelf.
No, I just
Wait, I forgot that I needed this though. That's why I'm trying. Listen, it wasn't about to be used at all. I completely forgot.
turn this down a little so it doesn't overlap. So you guys can't hear it.
I want to be ready when Jesus comes.
Now,
I
in my
was
younger
randomly
days, I used to-
singing. What were we singing last night?
Oh, right on, King.
Yeah, right on King Jesus. We listened to it. First of all, that song's like 5 minutes long, but all old school gospel
All of
songs
them are.
Yeah, like 5
You got to
to
give
7
people time to get the spirit.
Yes, we listened to it like for 20 minutes. But it was actually it's a great song.
Some songs I just, I hear them and I'm just like, that's my jam. Like, and I don't know any of the new Christian,
Yeah.
like I don't know any new inspirational stuff, but I used to sing in the choir at church.
Who
You know?
didn't sing in the choir?
You know what I'm saying?
Like
And
you had
so-
to.
You had to. My DD would drop us off and be like, pray for me. And just, that was her alone time, I think.
Yeah, really. Actually, I'm traumatized. It's part of the reason I refuse to join a choir. I mean, not that I can sing, child, let's be clear. But I refuse to join a choir at any church today because choir rehearsal is traumatizing. Like, I need therapy because choir rehearsal was traumatizing. We never got the notes right. We would always sing it over and over and over and over. And then you would be like praying that the director wouldn't like point you out and be like, everybody hush, you're off. I need you to sing it. No,
Oh.
higher. That's not your note. And you're just like, it was just a lot. It was a lot. It was anxiety producing. And so I
Wow.
just refused to go.
Wow. Yeah, that would be a lot. Like in my church, the youth choir, they let us schedule our trip to our sister church in Atlanta. And then we just so happened to schedule it during Freaknik.
Oh, you probably did the same summer camp was.
Like it was a whole, a whole thing. So can I say that did you tell Kev about the workshop that you went to?
He could hear it.
Oh.
Yeah. You were, we about to tell you, hold on. Let's get it started.
Y'all can hear everybody good, right, in the audience?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, ready, Joshy? The Love Hour. Take one.
Ooh, child. I got tired. All right, here we go.
Should be here by 11:02, Josh.
11:02. Give me a food look.
I'll do this.
You're not gonna have to, because all they're gonna do is bust it to the door.
Hello, we have sandwich.
Food's here. Every time. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Here first.
Open and close here, or at least whatever you're talking to the viewers, and then we're talking.
Okay. Should I do the Love Hour conference situation
At
first?
the beginning, yes.
Okay, so how should I do it though?
Yeah.
Should.
Just, hey guys, welcome to the Love Hour podcast. Before we get started, I want to remind you of the Love Hour
Let's
conference.
do it. All right, here we go. Is my mic good enough? Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Love Hour podcast. I'm your host, Miss Kev on Stage.
I'm Kev on Stage.
And before we dive deep into the episode, I want to remind you, tell you, maybe if it's your first time, about the Love Hour conference, which is coming up on July 10th and 11th. Y'all know Rona's out here being a whole entire hater. And so we've had to move the conference to a digital platform, which has allowed, the one good thing is that I was able to drop the price tremendously, drastically. But it also allows more people to have access to it because it's online. So people from across the pond have registered, and that actually does make
Hello,
me feel,
Governor. In it, bro.
Okay, stop
Top
it.
boy.
Okay, no one needs this. So if you're interested in registering, hearing some of this, or seeing the speakers and the schedule and all of that, you can go to thelovehour.com. You can register right now. Tickets are still available, will be available, because ain't no caps, because it's online.
No cap,
And
cuz.
the price is only $30, and you will have access to 2 days of conference material, and you will have replay ability. And I think that's all I want to say. Oh, one last thing. I did just hire a DJ. I'm so excited. I am so freaky excited about her. So that's it. Go to thelovehour.com for more information. And now we're going to get started.
Let's talk about sucking peen and eating cooch with Goody Howard.
All right. So this is exactly what we're talking about. Greg, when you go to monetize this, just don't.
Ain't no monetization.
Just don't.
Talking about sucking peen.
I just pray my channel.
Talking about licking coochie. What do you mean?
This
How
song?
you have the sex? Oral sex with your whole body. Goody.
We are here. Listen, I'm Goody. I tried to tell you, girl. I tried to tell you. We are here today with Goody Howard. Child, before we get into the stuff Kev was talking about, I do want to at least allow the people an opportunity to get to know you.
Fair.
So please introduce yourself.
Okay, well, hey y'all. My name is Goody Howard. I'm a sexologist, educator, consultant. I do all of the things, right? So I do the pleasure, adult focused stuff. I love doing adult pleasure centered sex ed because sexual pleasure is sexual health and sexual health is public health. I also do professional development around sexual health equity for helping professionals. And so that's kind of the money making lane, but the fun stuff is the adult professionals, pleasure focused sex ed. I teach oral sex workshops. So I do oral sex on a penis, oral sex on a vulva, co-ed toy parties. I have a partner on top workshop called Rightology.
Rightology?
Yes.
A partner on top workshop. I didn't know that you meant sex right then. I was like, oh. Oh, I'm about to dive in. Oh.
I also do squirt and orgasm workshop too. So
I'm at the end of this. I would highly recommend, if you're listening to this, and Goody, I'll make sure to get like your website information, that if you have not had an opportunity to join one of Goody's workshops, highly recommend. If you are in our Patreon, as part of your subscription, child, we gonna have a whole entire Goody takeover.
Oh, we still doing that?
Yes.
Oh, what you talking, sucking pee.
Yes.
Put your hands together. What you talking, sucking pee and licking coochie. What you talking, sucking pee and licking coochie. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, yeah.
And so again, listen, we out here giving y'all the real business because her classes are more than the $5 that you're paying. Okay. But
Yes.
he was gracious enough to agree to extend the conversation that we have today to Saturday, and it will be a demonstration.
Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, it's a sexy whole week.
Yes, so it will be a demonstration. So, and I attended one of her classes. And y'all just make sure your kids are sleeping.
Tape your children's eyes closed.
And if you are at work, it is not safe. I'm telling you now.
Listen, we warning you now. This is Love Hour after dark, after midnight, 2:00 in the morning. The whole house is asleep. You're by yourself.
Right.
The afterest of dark.
The afterest.
So what we're going to do today as we did this welcome is dive right in. And what we want to talk about, one of the things that initially like kind of piqued my interest about Goody, and I was like, yo, listen, in real life I do need to have her on this podcast, and I've said it a gazillion times because I don't know if it's your tagline, Goody, but I feel like it should be because it gets everyone to like, what did she say? Let me hold on. But one of the things that she says is that if you haven't had an orgasm while performing oral sex, or doing it wrong. So I'm going to repeat it because you probably are like, well, I heard her, but that's probably not what she said. It is what I said. What she said is, if you haven't go ahead.
I'm saying if you haven't reached orgasm from performing oral sex, your life is incomplete.
Your life is incomplete. Okay.
Because without the orgasm, your life is incomplete.
While performing, your life is incomplete. Okay. So the fact that this is even an option, I think for most of us listening right now or watching, you're probably like, girl, what? Huh?
Right.
What you doing that I ain't doing? Okay, educate me. So that's what we're going to talk about. But before we get there, I just kind of want to talk about, let's just talk about pleasure.
Okay.
And we're just going to allow you, I will have questions along the way, but I really want an opportunity to give you the opportunity to just kind of school us and like educate us. And I don't even know that I have the right questions to get you to give us the information. So I'm gonna give you the floor to free flow. We will, listen, our podcast is ad supported. So we will interrupt to do our ads, but outside of that, girl, I'm finna sit here and be a student. Okay.
Yes.
So let's start with pleasure.
All right. Well, first and foremost, when people think about pleasure, it's like a connotation. We automatically connect it to sex, right? When we think pleasure, we think something sexual in nature. And that's not the case. You're shorting yourself if you think about that, because when you're having sex, we put orgasm at the top, like we're having sex to get to the orgasm, as that's the destination. And we forget about the journey, right? Mm-hmm. So pleasure is the journey to the orgasm. And you can have great sex without orgasm if you're having pleasure-filled sex, okay? And so when you think about pleasure in and of itself, I always tell people I have a concept, and it's sensuality versus sexuality, right? Mm-hmm. So sensuality is living through all five of your senses. It has nothing to do with sex. It's the sight, the sound, the touch, the taste, the feel, the smell. And so it's like going outside and feeling the sun on your shoulders, or giving someone a hug and they smell amazing, or some food that some love is going into, kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. I have a pair of pajamas and I bought it in every color because they feel amazing on my skin. You know what I'm saying? And so that is sensual. And when you live your life sensually, right? And then it's time to have some sex, you experience the sex sensually.
Mm-hmm. What you
okay,
talking?
So wait, can I ask you a question? I'm sorry, I want to sit here and learn, but I got one question. It sounds to me that you are living a sensual life.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Because I don't know that I mean, unless clothing is like exceptionally soft, I'm not registering it touching my skin. Mm-hmm. So can we even take a step back and help us to get to a point where we are living life a little slower, I would imagine is what we need to do, more intentional in order to be more sensual?
Yeah, it's absolutely intentional. It's not necessarily slower. But so just think about the things that I said. When you eat, slow down and taste your food. Mm-hmm. When you're in a room or you hug someone or you get cologne or Bath and Body Works or whatever it is, smell it. And we have sensory, so it'll like connect you to another memory or it'll remind you of something. But when you talk about touch, the things that we wear, the sheets that we sleep in, the
Like
you know,
cotton.
Yeah.
The touch, the
way
feel.
you bathe, the way you bathe is a
Mhm.
sensual experience.
What you mean now? The way you bathe?
So like, okay, for example, I take showers in the dark, no music, no candles, no nothing, because I know where everything is. What I need the light for,
I'm with you.
right?
Okay.
So with the lights off, then you're hearing the water. You can hear yourself breathing. You can feel the water on your skin. When you're paying attention because you're trying to feel if there's soap on that body part already, or you know what I'm saying. So it creates a better connection between you and yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're connecting to your body differently, and it's not a sexual way. So that helps you increase your sensuality because it's not a sexual thing because it's you. You see what I'm saying? You're connecting
Yes.
to your own body, your own skin. The biggest sex organ is the brain. The second biggest sex organ is the skin.
Really?
Ooh, I like that. I always say the first one. I've never said the second one. I'm still in it.
What's
And-
the
and-
third? When do you get to the penis? Or the
That's like
vagina?
there are like over 15 kinds of orgasms. So the genitals.
15? What you said? 15 goody. Viddy lem?
Well, girl, walk us through all 15 if you know them off top of your
I ain't know
head.
about much more than maybe 1
Let me
through
see, let me see.
5.
Off the dome.
Off the dome.
I know
Let's see.
vag and G-spot and clitoral.
Okay, so let's say
I just know 3.
vaginal, clitoral, anal, or oral, nipple, G spot, A spot, U spot, P spot, C spot.
Hold on, you down the whole alphabet, goody. How many spots are there?
Quite a
U
few.
spot. You spelled
Okay,
I
so-
spot.
The U spot is a ring of nerve endings around the urethra.
Oh.
That's where you pee out of, ain't it?
Yes, but
You
it's
can
also
get an
where-
organ out the pee hole.
So listen, have you ever had to pee real bad, and then you finally get to go pee, and you're like, oh.
Listen,
Yes.
I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I be like, whew. I like that. I mean, y'all don't do it on purpose, but it feels amazing.
And it's not sexual necessarily, but it feels amazing. And so this again, orgasm and pleasure.
Oh, wait. I feel like I'm having a revelation right now. Because I was about to say that's not an orgasm, but you're saying orgasm as associated with pleasure,
Yes.
not necessarily as a result of sex. Or like
Correct.
how okay.
That's exactly it.
So you can be doing this on your urethra and be like, whoo, an orgasm?
I mean, possibly.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
think
it
the
depends.
contribution to the U spot orgasm is the release of the pressure.
That's
So,
what I was
I
gonna
don't
say.
know-
It's the release of the
Yeah.
I'm following you, Dr. Goody.
Yeah.
That was
Come
a
on,
prophecy.
speak it.
Yeah, that was a prophecy.
But
Okay.
yeah, so and then there's like there are the mental orgasm, the blended orgasm, breath, sleep, and then the corgasm. So, and then not all orgasms. So they're not all different kinds, technically, of orgasms. It's just multiple ways to access the sensation that is orgasm.
Okay.
Does that make
I
sense?
got you.
Yes, yes.
So some of them are specific to like a G-spot orgasm is specific to that's a type of orgasm. But then like you have the nipple orgasm or the oral orgasm, which the oral orgasm is how you reach orgasm from performing oral sex. And
Got
that is
it.
anybody. That is if you're performing oral sex on a vulva or a penis, you can reach orgasm from performing oral sex.
Okay, well, girl, let's stop there and talk about that.
So first and foremost, I'm very orally fixated. So people that are orally fixated tend to if you chew on pens, or you talk a lot, like your mouth has to be doing something. You chew gum, you may eat more than some people. It's just an oral fixation. You just have this, something has to be happening with your mouth at all times.
Okay.
And so those of us that are orally fixated have a higher access rate to reaching an oral orgasm, but anyone can do it.
Anyone can cook.
can do it.
Anyone can
Anyone
come.
can do it.
Ratatouille.
So let's say if you're you have a vulva, right? And you're
Well, hold on
performing-
1 second. Goody, can sometimes to kind of relax your mind, you can have a glass of wine, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's perfect because with Penrose, you're at home finishing a glass of wine and just about to pour another, it happens. The realization you're all out of and there's no backup bottle. I call that no vinophobia, the fear of running out of wine. Thanks to First Leaf, I get personalized box of wine shipped right to my door. Listen, me and Melissa didn't know much about wine. Joshie, who's our younger
Joshua,
friend,
what's your favorite flavor.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, that is it.
He was
likes a
telling us
good
about
cat.
that, but we had to realize we had to find our own flavors. You know what I'm saying? And Primrose helped us out because we didn't know nothing. We didn't know a white grape from a purple grape. We didn't know a green grape from an olive. But right now, you can start by taking a quick quiz to assess your wine drinking preferences. Then First Leaf will send you 6 expertly picked bottles of wine based on your answers. First Leaf uses your ratings and feedback to refine future shipments. Just give each bottle a thumbs up or thumbs down online, and First Leaf will take care of the rest. You can also choose what type of wine you want in your next box. First Leaf has a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you receive a bottle you ain't into, First Leaf will cover the cost. Right now, sign up today to get 6 bottles of wine for only $29.95.
Oh, wow.
Plus free shipping. Just go to tryfirstleaf.com/love.
Love.
That's 6 bottles of wine for only $29.95 at tryfirstleaf.com/love.
And after today's episode, you most definitely should get 6 bottles of wine as you go into the weekend festivities with 15 different types of orgasms that are possible.
Okay, go ahead.
So, no, I'm here for all of that. So it does help you relax and everything. So I would think that when you're talking about reaching orgasm from oral sex, it comes to, again, the sensuality. So when you're performing oral sex, it's not just something that you have to do, it's something that you get to do. Mm-hmm. So you have to reframe.
That's a whole mind shift.
That's a reframing of the mind. It ain't
so you have to reframe. And then just think about when you are performing oral sex on your partner. If you're performing oral sex on a penis, you know, you have the firmness and the wetness and the warmth and the pressure and the rhythm and all of these things happening. If you're performing oral sex on a vulva, you have the softness of the inner and outer labia, but then you also have the firmness of the clit. So you have the softness, again, the firmness, the wetness. You're participating with the rhythm, and you're doing it with your whole body. Because remember, in the workshop, I say, you know, you need to be performing oral sex with your whole body because oral sex is performance art. So
wait, girl, hold on, because you done said a lot.
Performance art.
Let me tell you, it's an art. Well, she said it's performance art. So what she's actually saying is the act of is the artistry. So listen, let me ask you a question, child. You said a whole bunch that be happening, I'm sure it do, but people aren't, I don't know that we're all in tune with our sensuality to really recognize all of these things that are going on simultaneously while performing oral. So help us there. Help us there.
Okay.
How do we get to that spot? Okay,
so first you have to be enjoying yourself, because if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Somebody's doing it, but if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Okay, so the first thing you bring to the game is enthusiasm.
The first thing you bring to the game is enthusiasm.
Let's get these pom-poms ready. Let's attack the day. Come on, don't come with a bad attitude. You get to suck this peen. You don't have to suck this peen. You get to suck this peen. You don't have to lick that coochie. You get the privilege of a hot coochie right in your mouth. Let's go, guys. All right, 1, 2, 3, suck or lick or both.
So and that's it. And so you need to be. So when you're paying attention to how your entire body, you're paying attention to your partner's reactions, because they'll hold their breath. You know what I'm saying? Or you listen to the sounds that they make, or how their body tenses up, or how their body relaxes. It's an entire dance that you're doing together, okay? And when you think about pleasing your partner, right, it's something called compersion, where you get joy and satisfaction and pleasure from witnessing your partner's pleasure. So you're providing this pleasure, so you get excited about that, because sex is also an exchange of power. It's an exchange of power.
It's an exchange of power and exchange of
energy. So it's like if I'm performing on my partner, if I'm performing for my partner, I'm performing, so I'm giving you this performance, and you're giving me the feedback from the performance. So it's a give and a give and a give and a receive. And so it's an exchange of power. It's an exchange of energy. And in the connection of that exchange comes the compersion, comes the pleasure, comes the sensuality, comes the connection, because intimacy is what happens when you're not having sex.
Right.
Okay. Intimacy is the, seen, heard, understood, like my girl Shamira says, my cousin. So like we that, but it's also, it's what happens when you have upright with clothes on. It's the way you communicate. It's the way you interact. And so when you're stripped down and you're together, it comes into the bedroom with you. And so that connection and that exchange continues during the sexual acts. And so it just kind of adds a layer to the sensuality of what's happening.
So when you say performing like the art, are you saying like you should be like, oh yeah, I'm body rolling while I'm licking this coochie? I'm not, you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
that's the performance part of
that's
it.
exactly what I'm
what
saying.
is sexy
You should
about
be-
that though?
You should listen. Okay.
You should be doing whatever
What's-
makes you feel sexy.
You're doing what makes you feel. That's exactly it. So here's the thing. So I say get a song in your head
Uh-huh.
and perform to the song.
Get a song in your
So-
head.
Gospel music or R&B?
Caesar
Listen.
Caesar salads. Caesar,
Listen,
surely
you
Caesar is always
It could be
appropriate.
inspiration, because it could be we fall down.
Ah!
Don't do it. You in the wrong. Come on, Kev.
Don't do Dottie's song like
Come
that.
on, Kev. I'll play with you. Come
You
on.
did too. That was hilarious.
I give myself away
Oh my god.
so you can use me. Come on.
Make a joyful noise out here. Okay, so. But yeah, so you get a song in your head and you get a song that makes you feel powerful and amazing and sexy and all of those things. And then you either put on the headphones or you rock the mic to the song.
This girl said rock the mic and you ain't talking about the electric.
Not the plug-in one.
You know, I mean, it might depend on, it might. But-
Man.
Oh my gosh.
But you perform to the song, right? So let's say if you're rocking a mic or if you're rocking headphones, you perform to the song. So you can hum a little bit of the song. You're feeling good. So you're dancing to the song. You feeling yourself. So it translates. To your
Yeah.
partner. So you're not thinking, lick the clit, hit the, stroke the dick. You're not thinking all the parts that go to it.
Yes, you
You're
said that, Joshua.
enjoying it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And they don't have to hear the song. It can be in your head. No one needs to know your song because it can be
But
trapped.
you telling me to put the Beats by Dre on? Like, hold on, let me get my
Her
coochie.
thighs are the headphones, Kev.
Huh?
Her thighs are the headphones.
Her thighs.
Her
are the-
thighs are
Yes.
the oh, noise cancellation. I can't hear nothing. Oh, I just hear the.
Wait, I want to tell you something though, Dr. Goody. In real life, if there was a such thing as like how to have sex, I feel like these are the tips and the tips.
Hey,
These are the points.
Just the tip.
Just a tip that people don't recognize or realize. And so when sex becomes a chore, oral
Yes.
sex, any type of sex, it becomes a chore is because you don't
Yes.
realize bringing that enthusiasm, doing the things that make you feel good. We miss that part of it. And so
Yeah.
it does become about what I can do for you, not
Yeah.
about what we're doing together.
yeah.
And unless service is your kink,
Wait, say that again.
Less
if
service
service is your kink, that works. If you're a sub, that works.
Got you.
But if
service is
not,
your
then
kink.
it may not.
I heard service is your king. I was like, girl, what?
Still kind of. But I mean, yeah. So it's still, you have to be mindful of that as well. And I think, especially women are socialized to
Mhm.
provide sex, to
Sure.
give it. It is to be
Sure.
taken. It is something that we are giving away. It is not something that we are enjoying ourselves or something that we're sharing
Right.
that we desire.
Right.
It's part of our service in womanhood. And that's not it. And when you connect to it and you enjoy it and you explore it, again, sensually, because if you live sensually and you connect to it sexually, you enjoy the sex more because you're experiencing it in so many more different ways on so many other levels. And that's the difference between an orgasm and busting a nut, or an orgasm and coming. That's the difference. Coming is the physiological response to sexual stimulation, right? Orgasm is the mental and physical response. It's the spiritual response. It's not somebody touches your penis, it's going to get hard because your penis was touched. It's not that you necessarily liked it one way or the other, but it's a physical response. It had nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Your penis
see
don't
what
really
I'm
care
saying?
what's happening.
I'm going to tell you something I think is really good that you just said, and it goes back to your mind being your biggest sex organ, is we are often taught, and I've said this before, we are often taught about sex, the physical act, and we are completely oblivious to sex as being something that's also mental. And so even someone was talking about how, do you lose connection with your spouse if you're doing all of these things in your head? And my immediate answer is no. Number one, because you've established and built intimacy with that partner first outside of the bedroom. And now what you're doing in here, you're not detaching from them. You're actually allowing them to have a better experience because now you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
Now you're activated and involved in it as well. And so it becomes a mutually enjoyable experience and not just something that I'm doing in service of you.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
cooking.
I gotta wash
Like,
the dishes. I gotta suck a dick. I gotta,
Girl.
you know.
you gotta leave
Girl.
it. You got.
And I don't wash my own dishes. I didn't reproduce to wash my own dishes. So I'm not doing any of that. You know.
I bet if you doing oral sex like that, he'll wash the dishes, girl.
He
Shoot.
does the laundry.
You
He
ain't
does
said
the
nothing but a word, girl. I'll wash these by hand, put them in the dishwasher, wash them again, wash them upon exit of the dishwasher, keep on sucking like that. And I'll take care of the laundry.
Right, suck them while he
One
watches.
thing that's interesting, Lovey, Goody, that you said is even like cooking. Like, I don't particularly like to cook. In fact, I don't like to cook, right? But the few times I'm cooking for Melissa, I don't approach it like, oh, I have to cook. Like, oh, I'm gonna barbecue. I'm gonna give Melissa the night off, and that, you know, even that thing, that mindset switch makes it more like, oh yeah, I don't mind doing that for her because I know she cooks almost all the time or she cleans almost all the time. So when I cook for her, or even the other day, our son, he cleaned the whole kitchen, our youngest son. And then we had went out to shoot. We came back, he had made our bed. And that was like,
He was so sweet.
he wanted to see our faces to come back and see the kitchen was clean. You know what I'm saying? Like there was his own mindset was, I want to give this to you.
Right.
I want you to enjoy this. I
It's
want
the
you to-
pleasure you get out of giving.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a non-sexual pleasure. And here's the thing: when you're cooking for her and you're like excited, you know, you're not tripping. It's not like, oh, I gotta do. You know, you're doing it. You have a good attitude. You have a servant's heart about the situation.
Yeah.
Come on,
Right.
servant's heart.
Shout out to Southwest Airlines. So you know you have a servant's heart about it. So she watching you like, "Get my baby cooking."
Mhm.
Like, okay, like, all right, we go. Okay.
When I be on that
You know,
grill,
And you know,
I be on that grill.
and I'm gonna tell you, especially as a person legit that's acts of service, I remember having a conversation with Kev where I was like, I don't just want you to order food. I actually want you to cook. And now I'm like, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Because
even
I want you to
ordering
want
food-
to do the dishes
it-
from
it-
that
it-
movie.
it's the idea of the love that goes
Mhm.
behind it, and then I feel like, oh, you do really care, you do really love me.
Yep.
'Cause look what you do. I know you don't like it, but you did it anyway. And
Right.
again, that's building that intimacy. That's
It is.
it's easily translatable or transferable is probably the better word into
Yeah.
the bedroom. So
Yeah.
good,
It is.
so good.
And even ordering food, like if I'm gone, even if I'm out of town, I'll order food and have it sent to the house.
That's nice. I will
And
never.
everybody's, you know, preferences and things are done. You know, some no pickles, no tomatoes on this or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, all that's right. Because nobody knows everybody's orders but me.
Right, right.
You know, and so I still, even when I'm out of town, I'm still like, hey, you know, because I don't want to come back and the house is burnt down because I just cook. You know,
Right.
Right.
but it's still like the intimacy is what happens. And when we build intimacy and we build the sensuality and we experience our sex more sensually, that is how you get to the point where you can reach orgasm from performing oral sex. But then also there are accessories that can help with that, and you can start to equate. If you use accessories while you're performing oral sex, you will start to equate your pleasure. You start to connect your pleasure with their pleasure, and you'll have sort of an operant conditioning thing happening. So you have a Pavlovian response to providing pleasure to your partner, and it'll start to.
Whoa, a Pavlovian
I get that.
response.
Okay, can you explain
Really?
Pavlov's dogs for the people that are unaware?
Okay, so it was
Or
a
law.
experiment where
Dog, okay.
they ring the bell and they drop food down for these dogs, and then every time they ring the bell and drop food down, then they started ringing the bell and not dropping food down, and the dogs were salivating because when they hear the bell, they know food is coming.
Right.
So then they stopped dropping food, but even when the bell happened, the dogs were still salivating. And so it was an operant conditioning experiment around if you can condition someone to a certain set of circumstances. And so when you have a sex toy in play or an accessory in play while you're performing oral sex on your partner, your genitals are being stimulated while you're performing oral sex. And so you get, again, that operant conditioning that you'll get to a certain point where you will start to equate performing oral sex with stimulating pleasure, and you may not necessarily need the toy after a
So
certain
the
point.
toy is kind of like training wheels for
It is training wheels.
for your genitals.
Because there's some toys for you as well that work for penis.
Oh yeah, Listen, after Shamira's last one, let me tell you what, God is good. I ordered something and amen. I've been enjoying it myself.
Well,
It
then
just
y'all have a goodie package too, so I need y'all to get into it.
It's in my drawer.
Oh, what you said now, goody. That's amazing. You were talking about skin and how
Soft it
how
is.
soft it is and how sensual how connected that makes you to your body, and how it's your big organ or the biggest organ in your body. And here's the cold hard truth, guys: your skin has needs. If you want to look as good as possible for as long as possible, you need Lumen. Okay, guys? Lumen is on a mission to help give men the amazing skin they deserve through high quality, expert created products delivered right to your door. All of their products are formulated specifically for men's skin and made to target skin issues with maximum efficiency. Efficacy?
Efficacy.
What is
Efficacy.
that?
Like effectiveness.
Maximum efficacy using top-notch
You
ingredients.
probably should say it again so he
Okay,
can
Greg,
edit
fix
clear.
that, because that's a new word to me. I was like, who misspelled efficient? Made to target skin
No,
issues.
say it again all again
Okay.
so he can.
Oh yeah, you're right. Efficacy?
Efficacy.
Efficacy?
Oh, she said
Yeah.
different than I did.
Efficacy.
Efficacy. Oh,
Efficacy?
I said it right. Okay.
Is that
Yeah,
like
you said
another
it.
word for efficiency?
Yes.
Or effectiveness? It is?
Effectiveness.
Yeah. It's like it's
Yeah,
effective
it's-
and efficient together.
Got it.
Okay. Wording is hard.
We're doing
Okay.
now.
All of their products are formulated specifically for men's skin and all of their products are formulated specifically for men's skin and made to target skin issues with maximum efficacy. Using top-notch ingredients like charcoal, green tea, extract, and vitamin C. Listen, I was sick of using Melissa's skin stuff. I wanted something for me. I wanted my own type, and I wanted my own, needs for my skin as a man, as a Kevin. And what she has is for her. What I need is for me. And I've been using Lumen, and my skin been looking amazing.
What do you use?
Girl, don't ask me that.
Well, they're asking for your experience. Use the charcoal mask.
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Oh, I went to the wrong thing.
I did I use that? For real?
Yes. It was it was like a charcoal face mask or something like that.
They're making you see this Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah, you should talk about it actually, Loki. This is long.
No, it's 15 seconds. You are.
I thought it was like 5 to 7.
Mm-mm. Charcoal.
Yeah, no, there was this one, the charcoal cleanser.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I personally been using the no nonsense charcoal cleanser. Oh my gosh, this thing is so amazing, effective, safe, removes gunky oil, daily grime, and pollution and dirt buildup, so my skin stays amazing as fresh kicks. So my skin stays as clean as fresh kicks. So my skin. The charcoal cleanser is so safe and effective, removes gunky oil, daily grime, and pollution and dirt buildup, so my skin stays as clean as fresh kicks right out the box. You feel me? Even if you have no idea where to begin, Lumen makes it easy to find the right skin management system for you. Choose from different skin concerns to address or just pick up a simple starter pack for free. You deserve to look and feel your best. And here's where you start. Go to lumenskin.com/love.
Love.
To get a 1-month free trial of everything you need to start your skincare journey at home. That's lumenskin.com/love.
Love.
To get your first month free. Lumenskin.com/love.
Love.
And you know what else I've been working on? Getting my body in shape. You know my gym clothes.
It did.
24-hour fitness.
Out of here.
It's gone. But getting in shape is still important to me. And thankfully I have Noom. And guess what? It doesn't have to be about losing a specific amount of weight or magic number on the scale. It's not about building healthier habits. Getting in shape doesn't have to be about losing a specific amount of weight or magic number on the scale. It's about building healthy habits. It's about building healthier habits and feeling better about yourself. Noom is not a diet. It's a healthy and easy stick.
Noom is not a diet. It's a healthy and easy to stick to way of life. No food is good, bad, or off limits. They're going to teach you about moderation in conjunction with pre-existing popular diets if you want to use them as well. Noom is, we're all staying at home. None of us want to come out of quarantine with the quarantine 15, so you can turn on the TV and instead of watching Netflix and chill, you can get up, get moving, and try to keep your body snatched, okay? As long as you, nope. Okay. You don't need to change it all in one day. Small steps make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at noom.com/love hour.
Love hour.
Again, that's noom.com/love hour.
Love
What
hour.
do you have to lose? Visit noom.com/love hour to start your trial today. One more time, that's noom, noom.com/love hour.
Love hour.
Okay, I did that.
All right. Okay, we're back. We're back with you, Goody.
Sorry,
now.
that was a long intermission because we struggled we struggled
man,
tough, didn't
I
we?
was-
I mean, I was listening to the Lumen though because my husband is a beard god. You know what I'm saying? And he's bald and bearded, and so the skincare and stuff is important. So I was like, okay, what now? Lumen, what?
Yeah. Boy, I was going through a lot. All right,
But you learned a new word.
I did. Efficacy.
Efficacy.
Yeah,
I
I,
want to
love
eat
language.
I want to eat the coochie with maximum efficacy.
See, and okay, so to do that, I teach cunnilingus workshop. It's called lip service, and I teach fellatio, and it's called lick. So we did.
I
lick
attended the
online.
lick one. Yep, I attended the
After
lick
this,
one.
Goody, I'm gonna sign up for which
Lip
one's mine
service.
called? Lip service.
Lip
I'm gonna sign up
service.
for lip service.
So what did you
She's
think
gonna
about?
give us the abbreviated
Yeah, give me
version
the-
on. She's gonna give us the abbreviated version on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So what did you think about the workshop, Melissa?
I thought, first of all, I wasn't prepared because I joined. Kevin and I I think we were like
We were-
running errands.
we were cleaning out our old
we were
house.
cleaning out the old house. And I was like, oh crap, I need to log into this. So I was like maybe 15, 20 minutes late or something like that. And you come on, and if you're not watching this, I'm going to have Kevin try to describe. But essentially, when I tell you Goody is sitting like this on the camera with a dildo and there's saliva, and I was just like, what did I just join? I kind of I didn't know. I needed like a disclaimer before, like,
There
please
was one,
make
but you
sure-
missed it. It was late.
I missed it because I was late. That's what I'm trying to tell you, is that this is my fault. So I was like, oh girl. But what I thought was really, and why I was like, oh no, I need to we need her on the show ASAP surely, is because what are you looking at?
I was just watching the replay.
Oh,
Whew. My God, today. Oh yeah, Goody. I'm liking this episode. I very much like it. Oh yeah.
well, for those of you, the Patreons watching live, so they know that this is literally going to be like, again, abbreviated version. I highly recommend that you actually go sign up for the class. But what I thought was really interesting was that it wasn't raunchy. It was still very
wasn't salacious.
informational. Yes,
Yeah.
it was still very informational. So
Yes.
it's very much like how to, you know what I
Yes.
mean? In like a safe space that's like, you're not uncomfortable, because at the end of the day, I'm still at the house. So like, it was still, you walk away and you learn something.
Yes. That's what I wanted you to get to, is that it's not salacious, because people are like, oh my God, what? Like, it's not a salacious situation.
No.
Because when we have, and I think the whore Madonna complex comes into play, especially with Black folks in this country and church folks in this country. The whore Madonna complex is what, you have what good girls do and what good girls don't do.
Right.
And I just
I
feel
most
like
definitely subscribe to what good
What's a
girls
whore
do.
Madonna?
so the whore is, so it's like a married man that he gets head from someone else other than his wife, because his wife is his queen, and queens don't do that. So he'll
Got
allow,
it.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So his queen can't, but the whore can, but the Madonna cannot.
Got it. I thought I didn't know. I only knew Madonna from the singer Madonna. I didn't know what that meant.
Well, no, Madonna, like in the Catholic Church, the Saint Madonna.
Got it.
I don't know nothing about Madonna in the Catholic Church.
When we had our pre-pro call, I think she explained this.
Oh, I was like, Madonna was like, is that why she said like a virgin? Church for the very first time.
But it's a very much holy name and holy, and it's a very holy concept.
Yeah,
Madonna is
sure.
very holy, and so you have holy and you have the whore, and it's like you can't do both, but you can. And we when we talk about being married to someone or being in a committed relationship and the things that you do like a magic button goes off. If you're not being sexual your whole life, and then you get married, and suddenly you're supposed to know how to do all these things. I have definitely taught my workshops to the married ministries of some churches. I have done a toy party for single ministry at some churches, because if you've been in the world and you're active and you come back to church and you want to, subdue your passions, as it were, you need something to kind of help you do that. And so, but with the training that I provide, I don't want it to be salacious, because I think people get embarrassed. People disconnect from the information. I crack jokes.
Hold on one second, Goody.
I crack jokes all the time.
Hold on one second, Goody. Your audio got a little wonky.
Okay.
Did you do anything different?
I didn't do anything.
I don't know what happened.
Did you hear the difference?
Yeah.
You hear, Josh?
Is it different still?
Yeah, it sounds more computerized. Can we have you go out and come back in?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try that. Did you heard it? Oh.
There she is.
Okay.
Okay.
Say something, Goody.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, much better. Much better.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
I was like, bro, we can't miss none of this. This good clean talk. Good clean. Okay, go ahead. You were saying that you don't want it to be salacious because you don't want people to get embarrassed.
Yeah, because when you get embarrassed, you kind of shut down. You don't connect to the information the same way. You may not remember because you're so busy, hiding and being embarrassed that you don't get the information. And I think that if it's not accessible, it's not revolutionary. And I consider myself a revolutionary. So I want people to have access to the information and to be able to absorb it in a way they feel comfortable. Melissa will tell you, I was cracking jokes the whole time.
She was.
People were cracking jokes with me because laughter makes people comfortable.
I was actually. After you get, because me, I come from the I'm a good girl kind of background. I'm a good girl trying to push myself to be uncomfortable. But after I got in it, I was like, Kev, look.
I know. I seen a couple things, Goody. I was like, girl, turn it off.
Kev, look.
Turn it off.
Turn the camera off.
Turn it off. We need to do the practical part of the workbook. You know what I'm saying? We got the lesson part.
I literally sent a screenshot to Shamira. Hold on, because I want to see if y'all will be able to see it. But I sent a screenshot to Shamira and Brittany, and I think Brittany's in here, who is, Brittany is the Intimacy Firm. They were both on the podcast. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is I sent this to them. I said, I'm watching Goody's Zoom tutorial on how to blowjobs, because I didn't know the name of it, but essentially that's what it was. I said, this is y'all fault. And this is the, hold on. This is the screenshot I sent to them.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if you can put that on YouTube. So
got it.
Greg.
No, there's nothing. Well, yeah, it's kind of.
Greg, just blur that out. Patreon people, y'all saw that, but Greg, just put a little black image over that, because that gonna take your video down.
Okay, well then blur that out.
Blur that out, Greg.
But I would definitely, like I said, part of the reason, it did show up on there. Yeah. Part of the reason I, because I recognize there's so many people in my audience and our audience that there's something about me that resonates with them. There's something about me that they identify with. I was like, I have to do this. Like, I have to do this. I feel the responsibility to push the boundaries in my personal life. And if you follow me, that means you're used to being in your own little safe zone. And so I want to push you as well.
Yeah. And I think just a lot of times people guinea pig, right? So they'll be like, okay, you go and tell us how it was, and then we'll do. Right. And that happens regularly. Like on my lip service, dudes don't want to take lip service in a class. They'll book me for the one-on-one, but they don't want to do it in the class. Now they'll go take the class and tell their friends about it, but they won't sit in a class together and learn.
Right.
Really? No, actually, that's not surprising at all. We be so doggone caught up in that. It'd be a whole thing.
And then when I do like co-ed toy parties and stuff like that, I bring my partner with me, because he passes out my business cards more than I do. So I bring him with me, and then they just gravitate to him and ask him all these questions before you even get started. Like, how you let your wife do this? And da-da-da-da-da and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, she grown, like, and then when he met me, I was doing this. So this is not new. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I love that what I do brings people together, and I'm honored that people allow me into that part of their lives. and they do it really quickly. Like, I'm amazed at how quickly people open up to me. So I don't take that for granted, and I really try to be responsible with it. And so, like I said, so I don't want people to feel like they are being ogled or it's a salacious situation. I want it to be something where people feel like they've learned. It's because it's just like people are like, oh, I don't need that class, right? And I was like, well, I assume you know your way around a dick before you get to me.
Right.
Okay.
Well, what if you don't? What if you get to a penis? You're like, I don't know what to do with this. It's got veins in it, balls,
and we talk
lines.
about veins too. So you'll learn if you don't know, you'll get even more familiar with it. But like, I think that it's just like when you like the new line dance, right? When you learn the new line dance, you do it exactly the way you they were taught. And then when you learn it for real, you be adding all your spins and your pops. My workshops is the spins and the pops. Right. So, you know, but I want it to be an educational experience. I want it to be fun. I want people to go, girl, I took this class at home. You know, I want that. And so
I did do that.
What?
I told Shari and Sharice we were in the car. I said, girl, I took this class. Girl, let me tell you about it.
I want to go back to something you said, Goody, if you don't mind, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on. What's this man doing over here cleaning?
Why would you clean in the middle of the day?
We're working here.
Wait, ask them if they can hear it though, because the mics are pretty good at picking up only us.
Yeah, they're close enough. But it might be like faint.
In the background. Yeah. Hold on, let's see if they can hear before we decide to.
Can y'all hear that vacuum? Ooh, I'm about to die.
I'm not gonna lie. People are saying they really love your energy. I'm telling you guys, I love her instantly. But the other thing is that I was gonna say is that I'm gonna say it. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do it because I haven't talked to you. So I apologize for kind of putting you on the spot here. But I was like, you know, what would be a really great offering is to do an after dark love hour on the conference. And have Goody come on and just again do the takeover. Of course, I would, you know, we would have to work out that because I already have like people. But I was like, that would actually, they can't hear it. Be a really good thing for couples to have afterward. But it would be like a bonus extra kind of situation.
It'd be good for couples and singles because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Hello, that's true. But I wanted to say that I just thought it would be a really good like bonus feature, but it couldn't just be for like, listen, I've already discounted this about as much as possible. So it would have to be for an additional fee. But anyways, they can't hear, so we can keep going.
Okay. You were talking about using a toy on your self while you perform on your partner so that you have the good sensual, you know, hey man.
Yeah.
How do you monitor that so that you don't enjoy too much what's happening in your own region and lose focus on the nethers of your partner?
So you don't have to lose focus because so certain toys, the ones I'm talking about, don't require a whole lot of monitoring. As it were.
What you mean? What you mean, Goody How? What you talking, Goody How?
So, you know what? People say my name like that all the time. That's why I'm cracking it. Because I walk down the street and people go, Goody Howard. I'm just
That's a Goody Howard, a good black name. Now, you know, I ain't know how to suck no coochie, lick no coochie. I met Goody Howard. I took a class. I said, boy, I've been sucking coochie. You can ask anybody. Ask my wife. I've been sucking coochie, but much better when we took Goody Howard's class. And you know, they're not going to pee. Oh, you ain't suck a pee until Goody Howard told y'all to suck a pee. Hey, Bobby Caldwell. Bobby Caldwell and Goody Howard met about in 76.
Well, listen, is it time?
Yeah.
While we're talking about, hold on, Goody. While we're talking about teaching credentials and skills, let's just go ahead and plug Skillshare, okay? Skillshare, y'all need to reach out to Goody. She got a section for y'all to add on to your tutorial.
I can't go on Skillshare. I violate the community standards of Skillshare.
But listen, they have, that says photography. Hold on. That's not what I read because we're doing the most. Okay.
Pornography?
Yes, most definitely. All right. You guys know that I have used Skillshare in real life because I'm trying to be a bootleg a bootleg interior designer, and they actually have a class on creativity. I've taken a couple of their tutorials and found them to be, if nothing else, very, very inspirational. But they don't just have that. They have classes on graphic design, illustration, photography, productivity. Actually did take a class on productivity. It was like 7 tips to be more productive have a more productive day or something like that. It was a really great class, actually. Freelance, entrepreneurship, basically some of everything. They are a master class for life, essentially. If you want to learn something, you can go to Skillshare and learn it. We believe strongly in community. Nope, said that wrong. We believe a strong community is essential in times of hardship. Tap into the support of fellow creators who provide encouragement, communication, and inspiration. And sometimes practical tips as well. The productivity one actually had like practical tips for you to follow. Explore your creativity and get 2 months free of premium membership at Skillshare.com/Love Hour.
Love Hour.
That's 2 whole months of unlimited access to thousands of classes for free. Get started today and join by heading to Skillshare.com/Love Hour. Again, you're going to go to Skillshare.com/Love Hour and you will receive 2 months free of unlimited access to thousands of classes. Skillshare, please reach out to Ask Goody because she got some information for y'all to add on to y'all tutorials, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so Goody, what you talking now?
Okay, so we were talking about the toys and accessories that can help you guide, like create that operant conditioning, right? So the toy, you were asking how can you monitor the toys, and I'm telling you the ones I'm talking about don't require a lot of monitoring, so you can focus on the enjoyment and the provision of the pleasure, right? So I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Are y'all okay with that?
Yes, we are.
Show us the toy.
I'm already demonetized, so it's
we
fine.
demonetized anyway.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this
I like a balloon animal.
it's a rabbit. It's a rocking rabbit, and what it is, this is like a G-spot because it's 2 inches in and up.
Rocking rabbit.
You put lube on this and you insert it into the vagina, and then this is on the clit like this, and then you cut it on and it vibrates. And while it's in, so that you have this in while you're performing for your partner. There's no monitoring for this. This stays in. Okay. Or you could do something like this, which y'all have now. This is a remote control wireless bullet. Right? So this can go in vaginally while you're performing, and then Kev, you would have this. This is the remote control.
I have the power.
You do.
Listen,
Like He-Man.
are these your brand, Goody?
They're not my brand, but I do sell them, and they are on the website.
Okay, cool. Can I tell a story really quickly? I don't know how embarrassed I want to be right now. How transparent do I want to be? You know what I'm about to tell?
Oh yeah, I know. Tell it, Liz.
This is why I don't be liking toys though. But okay, I'm gonna tell it.
Demonetized anyway.
I'm gonna tell. Well, I'm talking about my personal life. I'm trying to hold off from telling y'all my business.
Oh, well, sure. I know what you're saying. If you feel comfortable saying it, you can say it. If you don't, you ain't got to.
I had a not pleasurable experience with toy. If you're in my book club, you know about it. We were in New York. And I was like, we're going to try this, whatever. So I tried it. And it was one of the one you're talking about, the inserted ones, which seem like they would be more secure is the word I'm going to use, versus the ones that just kind of sit on like your panty line.
Yeah.
Because they're ones that you can like walk. Girl, okay, I'm going to just tell you the story real quick. Okay, so we were going to a play and we were attempting to use it. It doesn't have the force, okay, follow me. I'm trying to do this correctly to stimulate in a way that is pleasurable. It just actually feels like irritation because I'm like, what is this doing? It's not doing that thing. This is annoying. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna go into a public bathroom and I'm going to adjust it. So I went to the public bathroom and in all of my anxiousness, girl, the thing fell on the floor in the public bathroom.
A New York bathroom.
Oh.
First of all,
you gotta throw the whole toy away.
Girl, she came back like Kev. It fell on the ground. I was like, burn it.
I was so embarrassed.
Cover it in bleach and then throw it away.
I was so embarrassed because I'm like, I don't even know who saw this thing fall on, because it's like plastic and battery operated. So it's making a noise once it hits the floor.
So you was in the bathroom.
In the stall.
Somebody else is peeing. They're like, girl, what's falling out of you?
And I'm just.
I mean, but you also in New York, so probably they weren't as shocked as you thought.
Somebody gonna hand you another one, like, girl, you can have my bathroom.
That's true. I was like, this is the worst. I called it the buzzing panty failure because It was a failure.
I might have another one on me right now. Girl.
It was
Shoot,
like
what
a
you
complete
said?
failure. So I'm like, I need to figure out. Listen, they said throw the whole thing, throw the toy away, throw the whole idea away. I was completely turned off. I was like, this is stupid, and now this is gross. I do not
Yeah.
want this on my body anymore. So I say all of that to say I'm always hesitant because I haven't found, you called them an accessory that
Yes.
actually have the.
Specs.
Thank you, girl.
The
The
specs. Yes.
The specs.
And
that
you know what,
inventory.
Goody Howard? Listen, I get that because we talked to Shamar a couple weeks ago. I bought 4 or 5 things. Some of them did not feel good. I was like, oh, this
Right.
hurts. I don't like this
But
at all.
you also may not have been using it right.
Tell us more.
Well, I didn't know. I just threw it away because I
So,
found
like,
one
there's-
that worked, and I was like, hello, I locked this. I'm keeping it.
You locked it?
I
I mean,
said,
and so
this.
some of the toys that I have specifically are you can use them with couples, and they work on penises and vulvas. And the beauty of toys and accessories in general is that toys don't have an orientation. Toys don't have
an orientation.
they don't have an orientation, so you can use any toy on any space body. Period. So the mechanics of sex don't change based on the type of body having the sex. Does that make
Wait.
sense?
Nope. Say it again.
Nah,
Say it again.
Goody Howard,
The
you
mech-
lost me.
The mechanics of sex don't change even when the partners change. So when you
Oh,
have
got
two
it.
women together, they're doing the same thing that a man and woman would do to each other.
Oh, got it.
If you
Got
have
it.
two men together, they're doing the same thing that a man and woman would do to each other. Someone has to take a different role, but the mechanics
Sure.
Got it.
are the same. And so in that vein, the toys operate the same.
Got it.
Listen, the songwriter said, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try
I was like,
again.
is this Aaliyah
You
or
can
someone
try it
else?
off and try again. try again.
All of it.
First you
I
don't
mean, but there are lots of
succeed.
toys, and like if you're not using lubricant with the toy,
Mhm.
if you're not relaxed, if the settings are too high, like you have to work your way into it. Some people, the reason that there are 5 settings is because you have to work your way up to the settings. There's levels to this stuff, right? You
Right.
can't just start off on 5.
They be feeling like an angry cell phone.
Right. Not even listen, like a pack of angry cell phones.
Yeah, I be like, dang, man.
For real.
Like,
And if
dang,
you're
man,
not
take it
using-
easy.
And if you're not using lubricant, it creates a smoother ride between you and whatever you're using for sex. And so I talk to young women all the time, and they're like, I don't need lubricant. I miss Aquafina 2020. Like I don't
Hello?
need.
Miss
Listen.
Aquafina 2020.
Listen. And I tell them, I don't care. Congratulations. However, that thing hit different with the ceiling fan on.
Hello.
Goody Howard, you ain't nobody worse than me, but Goody Howard is worse than me. That thing hit different with the ceiling fan on.
We too old to be trying to have sex under the covers. It's hot. It's summertime. So you get lubricant because it reduces friction and creates a better ride. And if you have something that has batteries in it, then it's going to naturally warm up because it has moving parts.
Sure.
And those moving parts will evaporate your natural moisture. So the lubricant is not designed to evaporate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
So you have to use it. And if you're having good sex now, you're going to be having great sex with just a lubricant. You don't have to use the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Just a little taste.
You know, she said, Joshua, imagine what you did and he almost got it right. That's hysterical.
Cut the fan off.
Right.
Ooh.
But then you got to hurry up because it's hot. So you got to cut the fan back on.
Listen, I'm gonna
Facts.
tell you, Goody Howard. Part of this for us and our audience is you almost have to unlearn so many things.
You
know.
absolutely have to.
You
Yes.
we did not talk freely about this at all. Not with my parents, not at church.
No.
It was it feels like some deep underworld,
Mhm.
and other people just grow up with this being normal, extensions of regular conversations. Part of it for me is feeling, and I'm a little more free than Liz, right? But also that's partly because the restrictions from the church weren't put on me.
Nope, they weren't for you. They're for us.
They weren't for me. Getting a girl pregnant even in the church didn't carry the same weight as the girl who got pregnant. You went and let him get you pregnant.
Right.
Mhm.
You gotta keep your, you know what I'm saying? So like Melissa,
Dress
who was,
tail down and head held high. That's what. It is.
yeah, Melissa, who actually was a virgin during her marriage, like that was her fighting against like using all that stuff, but we didn't realize that's kind of indoctrinated you to make it hard for you to be married, right?
Yeah.
You got to almost retrain your whole mind.
Yes, you got to unlearn and you got to control alt delete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot, like I had some, I don't do direct practice anymore because I'm an empath and I can't take on other people's things and then go back and be an active parent and partner in my life. But I had a client where they were a couple and he was active before they got married, but she was a virgin. But while they were engaged in dating, they were still very affectionate toward each other. Not necessarily sexual, but very affectionate. And that's what made her fall for him. And then once they got married, he only was physically affectionate when he wanted to have sex.
Right.
And so she started to resent that because she's like, I fell for the fact that you weren't tripping about the sex. And now you're not even sweet to me until you're trying to get some. And so I think that in addition to the weight that's put on women in the church, there's also a disservice that's done for fellas because you guys are not socialized how to interact with women that you're not attracted to.
I just doggone tweeted that last night.
Wow.
You're not socialized for that. Or women that you can't have sex with. So you may be attracted to them, but you can't, they're not a viable option for you for some reason. Maybe they're related or they're with your homeboy or whatever. You don't know how to interact with women that you're not attracted to. Wow. It's something attracted to them. And that's societally. And so even if you live in a sex positive household, you could talk about we talk about sex openly, but we're still talking about infection prevention and pregnancy prevention. We're not talking about pleasure. We're not talking about masturbation. And we talk about masturbation to our boys, but we don't talk to masturbation to our girls.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even have daughters, so I just talk about it to my boys.
I'm just and even like I have a teenager. 23, 21, 16, and 4 are the ages of the children in my life.
They ain't good at Howard.
We didn't have one together, so she was on purpose. The last one was
on purpose. I'm about to say, you kept starting over. You was almost there. You were like, let me get another baby.
The shop is closed, honey. The two oldest ones are bonus children.
Got it. Okay.
And the 23-year-old is with us. But like my son, he's 16, and we have, there's no talk. It's an ongoing dialogue. Right. And when you raise sex positive children, then they have like even we think we're being open, but we're not. So depending on your opinions and how you voice yourself, your kids are paying attention to that.
So true.
You know what I'm saying? So let's say your child may not necessarily be heterosexual. They don't feel like they can come to you based on a comment you made that they heard a long time ago. And it's like, when did you choose to be straight? You didn't choose. You just always knew. So these kids know, but they don't feel safe coming. You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
Or we talk about sex, but we only talk about the consequences. We don't talk about the joys. Or when we talk about masturbation, we talk about it in the absence of a partner. When you don't have a partner, you can do this. But when you got a partner, that's not what it looks like.
Listen.
Masturbation helps you be a better lover because you know your pleasure.
Girl, you better know your own instrument. How am I going to tell you how to play me? I don't know how to play myself, and I got to play with myself to see what I like.
That's true.
But we think masturbation is insertion. You know what I'm saying? It's not always, it can just be external. It doesn't have to be putting anything inside your body. And so we have to have these different conversations with adults because they're, the kids get it from somewhere.
Right.
We have to have these conversations within our relationships and within our friend groups and all of that kind of stuff to live more sensually as people, so that when it is time to get sexual, pleasure is a part of the conversation.
Right.
People be needing to masturbate. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't have my own church. My first lady, we disagree on this point. She said, hey, why would I have to do this? My husband right there, man. Sometimes your husband ain't right there. Sometimes your husband or wife ain't right there. I love and respect y'all relationship, but sometimes I'll be out of town. Amen. God bless you.
Sometimes you're out of town. Like I travel a lot too. So I feel that like that's time for some Skype sex, some video sex, whatever.
Yeah.
But also, even if they're watching you, they can be watching you. There's an intimacy. I call it game tape, right? Because when you see how your partner wants to be touched, when it's your turn to touch them, you know what to do.
I done watch you. I love that. Let's study this film. All right, 1st and 10. What you do? Okay, a little bit on the helmet. Okay, a little shaft work. All right, we'll take a little break, go down the ball, see what the ball's talking about. Okay, because sometimes you get too much. It'd be too much pressure. And people's like, oh man, it's too much. Go somewhere else a little bit.
Up a little bit.
Yeah, you got to run a little play action. You got to fake the run. You know what I'm saying? Now you can go over top to the tight end.
Got it.
Let me see what you did with that. Oh, you like the outside.
But it's also a great thing for, let's say you have a couple that libidos are very different.
Right.
So someone's up here on their sex drive and someone's down here on their sex drive. So this person needs to masturbate because you practice how you play, and it'll help them. When you masturbate more, you can start to enjoy it, have more sex. So they masturbate to come up, and then this person masturbates to come down. So they meet in the middle.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, there are lots of ways that masturbation plays in on pleasure. Plus, your sexual confidence permeates every other type of confidence that you have. There's
So
a level
true.
in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right?
Uh-huh.
The bottom row is the food, water, shelter. Orgasms is in parentheses down there. Okay, food, water, shelter, orgasms. Okay, then the top of the pyramid is self-awareness.
Mm.
There is something that happens to your self-awareness when you know that you have the ability to make yourself reach orgasm.
Wow.
And then your partner becomes someone that you want, not someone that you need.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, Goody Howard. This ownership part is not taught. Was not taught.
Right.
It was always partner related, partner. You know, only your husband and wife. Like, and the other thing about sex, right? The marriage bed undefiled thing. One thing I feel like in the church and in our parent, like it's almost indistinguishable, the church and our parents, because everything was the church. Like our parents only reinforced what the church said. So, you know, it's like, you know, so that ownership part is not taught, and you feel guilty. Matter of fact, not only is it not taught, the opposite is taught.
Right.
The
So
shame is taught.
and
Right.
the shame is definitely taught. And here's the other thing. What can be okay for me and Melissa may not be okay for you and your partner. And but what happens when the person is in authority, the pastor, if it ain't good for them, then it can't be good for nobody.
Right.
And people feel like, well, pastor didn't say I could do that, so I cannot do. You cannot ride because pastor said missionary position only, and that's literally what some people said. Like, you know,
yeah, I mean, in leadership, when you're leading a flock, it's different because you have so many different people that you're accountable for.
Sure.
And so some people can't handle that kind of, I'm gonna tell you can do this, but you know, some people can't handle that, and if they're gonna take it and run with it. So and
then say, pastor told me I could.
Yeah, and so the responsibility is kind of heavier too. So I don't know, you know, I'm not a leader in that way. I'm definitely not a faith leader. I do have I am certified in sex positive Christianity, but certificates and degrees are one of my love languages. So, you know,
she got all the credentials. Okay. No, she has all the credentials.
I do. I just got my master's in public health, and I got my master's in social work. My bachelor's is in business management and development, and I start my PhD in the fall of health education and promotion. So I'll be
dang good at Howard.
Listen, the guests that I get be smart.
I love that though, because when you love, like Melissa's like that too. Like she has an insatiable quest for knowledge and learning.
Yes.
And she always gets guests who have that same thing, because you should be continuing to learn. And that's why our marriage has continued to be successful. It's because we've led by her. We're learning more and more and more. And the things we know, even since we started doing the Love Hour podcast, we've grown so much since these last 3 years, you know, more than probably the first 15, because it's like, oh, we're learning all this stuff.
Right.
And you're doing it together.
Yeah. And then you can apply it in your actual life, not just when we're, you know, passing the information to you. Like we are learning as well.
And that's the beauty of it. I think when you learn together, I tell people all the time to take a class with your partner or do something. And so when you're learning together, there's an intimacy that comes with that too.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's a shared experience. You're creating yet another layer to your bond because you've gone through this together.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, but I'm here for it. Like I said, when you think about, when we were talking about, you know, reaching orgasm from performing oral sex, that's part of it, because you're thinking about how much you're enjoying pleasing your partner, how much this is, you know what I'm saying? All of those things. And when you're looking, and that's when I say do it with your whole body. So it's your entire body. You're using the leverage from your body to even help you perform for your partner. So you're adding a level of pressure and rhythm, and, you know, all of these things are working together to create the perfect storm for an orgasm.
All things work together.
All right, listen. We're gonna close this out, Goody, because there's so much more that can be said, but I want to save some of this for Saturday.
Okay.
So what I'm going to ask, is there anything that we haven't covered, or do we leave something kind of unresolved open during our conversation that you would kind of like to hit on?
I know that probably a lot of people watch this talking, you know, because we were talking about the oral sex and sucking dick with your whole body and all of that. But I also want people to understand that bringing sex toys into your bedroom is not something that you should be scared of.
Right.
A lot of times, especially in hetero couples, the dude does not want, when we think sex toys, we think big penis shaped vibrators. And so you don't want anything in the room that's a penis that's bigger than yours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say bring in something that's not penis shaped and that's not going to be bigger than your partner. And so if you bring in something like this, and you know, it's not really penis shaped, and if this is bigger than your partner, you already love him anyway. Y'all go together. You know what I'm saying?
Get it, Howard.
He's emotionally available, you know, he's supportive, you know what I'm saying? He makes you laugh. Like he checks off all the other boxes. So it's in that time.
Good job, man. Hey, man, you did your best.
Listen,
Yeah.
y'all don't go to the store and go, hey, I want that small one in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to affirm the body that your partner brings to the table.
Right.
Confirm the body that your partner brings to the table. I like that, Goody Howard.
That was
So
good.
that's what I want people to understand. So toys are accessories, and they are enhancements, not replacements. Like when I show people this one, they're like, oh, my penis can't do that, but this can't smack butt and pull hair.
Hello?
So your job is safe. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so
right.
you have to understand that they are enhancements and not replacements, and just open up to each other and connect on that intimate level and talk about what feels good and what's pleasurable, and just become more sensual beings, so that when we do connect sexually, it's even more amazing. If it's already good now, it'll be even more dope if you connect to your own body sensually, because your orgasm is your responsibility.
You're the second person that said that.
Because it's true.
Because it's
I had
true.
never heard that before the Love Hour. Now I've heard it twice in, I don't know, 6 months or so. That's crazy.
I love that. All right, listen, if you're listening to today's Love Hour and you enjoyed it, please make sure that you go and follow Goody Howard on Instagram. She can be found at Ask Goody. That's Goody. We'll make sure we have it in all of the description box so you can, like I said, follow her and take advantage of any and all of the resources that she has available, including the classes that she has, which she named the Rightology, Lick, and what was the cunnilingus one?
Lip service.
Lip service. And I think you named a few other ones, but those were the three that I remember. So make sure that you do that. If you are in our Patreon, yes, y'all, I'm plugging the Patreon, which I don't do often, but I am, because her classes are available, and most definitely you should go out and patronize that. But if you're part of our Patreon, you will get a sneak peek of those classes on Saturday. Make sure you check out the Instagram so you can get the details, but we'll also send out the links. And I think that's it. Dr. or Goody, do you want to say anything else, how to reach you, or what's your website?
Okay, so I'm Ask Goody everywhere.
Okay.
So I'm askgoody.com is the website. My email is askgoody@gmail.com. I am Ask Goody on all social media platforms. Like, Ask Goody everywhere. And I mean, just thank y'all for having me. Thank you for being, Kev, you didn't act up too bad. I'm proud of you.
I can't act up too bad when you act up worse than me. My whole thing
ready.
is you were ready. I've been defeated. This is like beat the Iron Chef, and you beat the Iron Chef.
I need a trophy.
You got one.
I would like to thank the Academy.
I was like, man, I'm
She
hot.
got some hand sanitizer. I
That's
love it.
lubricant.
Lubricant. Of course it is. Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. You know, of course, lubricants within arm's reach.
Absolutely. Why would I think it was disinfectant? Global pandemic. Thank you so much, Goody. This has made me even more excited for the episode on Saturday. Don't forget to register for the Love Hour conference. Ciao, that's it. Until the next time.
Love y'all. Patreon will send a link for the podcast in about an hour. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all Saturday for Naughty Time.
Bye.
Bye. Goody Howard, you are amazing, Goody Howard.
Thank you so much.
That was fun.
Man.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
Look,
that was fun.
We found out, like I told you, we found out about, we used to watch All Death Digital and the roasting sessions and all that stuff. So that's how we became familiar with Kev, because me and Tazamison crack all the jokes all the time. We have a great time together. So like I told you, I saw him. He was loving on you. He was like, look at my wife. Look at me. And I was like, oh, let me follow the wife, honey, because. So this was even before the Love Hour. Aww. And I just was so excited. But like, we are fans here anyway. So like, I was like, and Tazamison, my husband's name is Tazamison. And he was just like, oh, you know, Kev be acting up. I said, oh, he said, Kev not gonna be ready. I said, he not.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He was not ready, and I think the people enjoyed it, and I'm super excited. I think this is going to be really, really good. So All right, man. Your episode, this here did not do what I wanted it to do today, but your episode will drop or go live for public on Thursday. I can send you the links if you want.
Okay,
Have your
please.
picture. Yeah, have your picture because I already advertised it. Yeah, so we're good.
Okay. Is there any way that I can get like? Oh, you said you're gonna send me the link, so I guess I can. I guess screen record because I want to be able to use. Do I have permission to use like pieces in like my little sizzle reel and stuff?
Of course, absolutely. We can send you. Do you want like the raw file of it?
If you be okay with that, yes, please.
Yeah, that's no worries. Okay, I'll send you the once we upload it, we just upload it to Vimeo. I'll just send you a share link for it, and you can download it, edit it, cut it, do whatever you need to do for your own personal. Yeah, that's of course. Listen, I try to have as many Black women on here as possible. And I'm so proud too. This is a total aside, but the white women that I had on here, I was all on their Instagram pages. Like, you better say Black Lives Matter. You better say Black Lives Matter. Listen, but they all came and they supported and they were allies. And I've been saying this lately. I need you to be an ally that extends beyond the noun. I need you to be an ally that's a verb. And so the fact that they were doing things, I was like, well, see,
Amanda Seals has a concept of you have white people and then you have people that are white. Right? And there's a difference.
There is a difference.
My thing is, I am proud of the way that I navigate my life on and offline because I don't have to wait for I know what the people that I expose myself. I don't have to, the companies that I support, I know.
You already know. Right.
So I don't have to wait for a disclaimer or some sort of declaration because if I don't get it, it's not going to be enough because you didn't say nothing before now.
Right.
I'm never going to be satisfied with whatever you say. So I'm just not going to, and I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful about that because, it's always been that way. Y'all live in the South, so it's always that way here.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
And so I'm glad that you have Black women on and there's so many people that I know, like, with Dasha on. And,
yes.
And so, like, Brittany was like, are they going to fly you out? I was like, no, I wish I was getting on the plane. I miss planes.
Yeah, I know. We missed it. I really do miss, like, the human interaction. But one thing that I do enjoy or like about this, number one, it's far more economical. But it also allows me, I can reach so many more people now. Like, I can reach so many more people. And that makes it, like, listen, I've been shooting for the stars here lately. Just
go for it.
Like, you want to be a guest? You want to be a guest? You want to be a guest?
I saw the Love Is Blind folks. The Love First. First Sight.
Yep, I had them. I'm still working on my Love Is Blind people. I got to reach back out to her and be like, yo. So remember what you said. I'm here to cash that check.
I feel the same way with reaching more people. Like I've been kind of dragging my feet on doing online classes, but now that I've reached when I did my Shake It for Daddy workshop, so I did two, which I was sore for a whole day. I did beginners at noon and an intermediate at 4. It's a striptease class in celebration of Father's Day.
Oh.
And so I did Shake It for Daddy, right? If I tell you I had Germany, London, Canada, Brazil in the class, I was so excited. And I can reach more people with spending less money in less time. I can record it. I can sell the replay.
Yes.
I've been like pussyfooting with it because I didn't really want to just like perfect is the enemy of done.
Right.
And so I just really was not,
do it.
But Corona was like, come on, sis, what you doing?
Why not?
So now it's just like, oh, we having a class next week. Oh, we having people on my ass about doing classes. And I'm like, I gotta do it. Like I gotta. Let me put it out.
Listen, once this video comes out on Thursday, folks are gonna want to sign up for your class.
I'm gonna have to do another link, and I'm doing lip service at the end of the month anyway, and I'm doing squirting and orgasm at the end of the month anyway. Nice. But I have to post the links and stuff because I know I'm doing it, but I haven't posted.
I thought squirting was
I thought it was
you either do. I thought it was like some people can, some people can't. Is it for everybody?
No. So every woman that was assigned female at birth, okay. So every woman that was born female has the physical capability to squirt. Now, that's just think about it like ab muscles. We all have the physical capability to have six packs too, but we don't.
Okay.
So we all, if you were a woman that was assigned female at birth, you have the ability to squirt. squirt. And so what happens is you have to learn how to connect to that sensation and then go from there. So if you're having, it's physiologically impossible for an aroused human to urinate unless they have incontinence issues. So Kat, the erection that you have sex with and the erection that you urinate with are two different types of erections, correct?
I don't know.
Yes. You can't have sex
She's trying to tell you.
I just found out. I thought it was the same.
No, when you go pee, when your penis gets hard for you to pee, you can't have sex with that same erection.
No.
Right.
You need a new
It's
one.
the same thing for female bodies. The clitoris is the same way.
Got
So
it.
if you're having sex that you enjoy, keyword enjoy, and you feel the sensation that you have to pee, it's not pee. Just relax and let it go. The sensation is the same because it's the same muscle groups, it's the same body part, it's the same. All of that. But what squirt is, your bladder holds all the water from your body in the bladder. It doesn't turn into urine until it hits the kidneys that picks up the impurities in the kidneys and goes out the urethra. Okay? Squirt is the water from the bladder and it hits the Skene's gland. It gets up the prostatic fluid from the Skene's gland because that's the female prostate, and then it comes out the urethra. That's squirt. Now, squirt has trace amounts of urea in it because it comes out the urethra. That's the same tube that pee comes out of. So that's like if I have a straw and I got a Jack and Coke and I drink out the Jack and Coke and then I take it and drink out of a water, it's not Jack and Coke. It has trace amounts of Jack and Coke.
Sure, that was a great analogy.
Great analogy.
I'm an educator at heart, so thank you. But that's the same thing for the
It's good. It's good. It's understandable.
Yeah. And so it's the same thing with the fellas.
18.
The same thing with the fellas. There's trace amounts of urea in male ejaculate as well. So if dudes want to put up a fight about that trace amount of urea, you can put up the same. If I keep that same energy, you know what I'm saying?
What you talking, Goody Howard?
Male jacket. But the thing is, so it's the same sensation because it's the same muscle groups and it's the same body parts. And so if you're having sex that you enjoy, that you're enjoying, then you feel like you have to pee, it's not pee. But if it's 10:30 and you go to bed at 11 and he come in here with this bullshit trying to get some sex from you, baby, that might be pee. Don't let that go. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, that might be.
That just might be.
It just might, because you're not into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But because if you're not aroused, it might be urine. But if you ever have sex and you feel like you have to pee, and you're like, wait, I gotta pee, and you go to the restroom, you can't pee because it wasn't pee. You just shorted yourself on an orgasm.
It's a lot, Goody Howard. I appreciate it.
But Cav, look, so I'm gonna show y'all what y'all got since we're offline kind of right now, right?
Yeah, let me turn it off.
Wait, we were still live?
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh man, Chris, you gotta warn me. You don't know what I might have said.
Did I stop? No, I didn't.
It's still